Hey guys, good morning, and wanted to take a look at what's going on in the charts. Yep, it's been a little while, but it has been incredibly difficult for me to get videos done with my kids around. But anyway, um, market has been moving sideways for quite some time. We know Bitcoin has been in and out of patterns since the big correction, right on the 19th of May. The whole month of May, actually. And so we've been moving sideways ever since. So everybody's trying to figure out what kind of pattern is going on. Right now, if you're also wondering about XRP, then XRP is pretty much just following what Bitcoin is doing. Now, there's two things that we need to look at. And I think people have their eyes on XRP because we simply know that XRP is definitely due a huge move, right? It's due a huge move because, pretty much nothing has really happened for it. I mean, when we finally broke above this level at the 65 cents area, right, then we went parabolic pretty much, call it 200% earlier in the year. That was April. And since then, we've come back down. And right now, we're battling with this area that used to be previous resistance, major resistance, right? XRP is trying to hang out above there, but XRP and most major cryptocurrencies are simply doing whatever Bitcoin is doing, right? So when Bitcoin is falling, the alts most of the time are just falling a bit more. So as we look at possibilities for XRP, um, because we're in the midst of this huge Bitcoin correction, nothing is really out of the cards at this point, right? Nothing is out of the cards at this point. So if let me take this out of the way here. So something important to notice for the Bollinger Bands on the weekly. I mean, anytime we start to move out of the Bollinger Bands, that is a sign that it's getting stretched too hard, stretched too much at one end, and we need to come back down to the other end. And as you can see, we came out of the Bollinger Bands from here at 57,000. We actually did earlier at 38,000. We came back down, we made another leg up, and we had bearish divergence here, right? We moved up in price, but on the weekly RSI, we formed a lower high, sorry. So we have a higher high on price action. We had a lower high on the RSI. That was a huge, huge sign that said, get out. Okay, it's time for a cool off. And we again posted another higher high, but on the RSI, another lower high. When did we know it was time to really get out? When we got below the 70 and that lower high beneath the 70, that was time, which was around 59,000. And we plummeted after that, right? But look on the Bollinger Bands, we came all the way down to the bottom of the Bollinger Band and also to the 50-week moving average, which still currently is holding as support, right? It's still currently holding us up as support. And we haven't had to touch this 50-week moving average since June of since October 2020. Actually, no. I'm looking at the Bollinger Bands here. You're right. July 2020 was the last time that we held support on this level. So we're talking about almost an entire year, and normally we don't ever go that long, right? So a huge correction was definitely in the works, and whatever Bitcoin did, pretty much the alts followed, right? The alts just followed. That's all it was. Same thing. XRP came out of the Bollinger Bands big time, big time. And as a consequence, we had to come back down. Now the thing is that for Bitcoin, Bitcoin actually came down and touched the bottom of its Bollinger Band here. The way that it's looking, I mean, to me, it looks like this thing wants to move further down. Um, However, Bitcoin has a way of sometimes just completely ignoring the technicals and just blasting off when it should go down. But the more you test a level of support, the more likely you are to break through it. And as you can see for this level, it's been 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, now like this is like the fifth time that we're coming down in this area, in this zone of 29,000 and 32,000, in this zone, right? We were constantly retesting this area. So the bulls really need to show up, and they need to show up soon, because if we fall through here, the 618 level, which is usually a level that most cryptos like to bounce at, right? That's the golden Fibonacci pocket. That is at 27,000, around 27,300, right? So if we fall to here, I would expect a bounce here at 27,000. And if not, then we are definitely due what I had been expecting really since like September. I have been expecting it ever since we broke out here in December. We broke through our all-time high, which was back over here. We broke through this level that we had not been to in, what's this? Call it 2018, right? In 2 years, right? Call it 2 years. We had not been to this level in 2 years. And we finally broke through, and then we didn't come back down and confirm support. That's weird, right? That was weird. So from the time we broke this, I was expecting the retest and confirmation of support here, and then we'd be off to the races. But I mean, we just kept going and going and going. A little correction and going and going. So, what's happening right now, guys, from a technical perspective, you have to remember something. We never came back down on the daily candles and just close and confirm support and, got a bounce, got some consolidation, and then headed off. So whatever is happening right now, to be honest, is not really concerning to me. It's not worrying. Let me put it that way. The word that I think I want to use is worrying. It's not worrying to me, because ultimately, from an investor standpoint, we know that 4 years from now, these prices are going to be a joke. Right? Even the people who bought Bitcoin at 50, 60,000, 4 years from now, that price will be a joke. It will, right? So, long term, absolutely no concerns. And if you're investing, if your game plan is invest for the long term, then every time there's a dip, you just buy. And if it dips some more, you just buy some more. You're dollar cost averaging, and you're improving your dollar cost average, every time you buy on another dip, because your overall projection, your overall profit will actually increase when it goes back up, because now you have a lot of buys down here, just in case you were buying up here in this area, right? But like I said, with XRP, kind of the same thing. We're looking to see how this reacts. Now, the thing is, in terms of XRP, we just got a golden cross which is when the 50 moves up, the 50 moving average moves above the 200 moving average. Here's the 200. We just got a golden cross here. Okay? We just got a golden cross. So the question is, will XRP stay pegged to Bitcoin's behavior? And we'll just follow what Bitcoin's doing, right? This is still not over, right? It's not over until we really break below these levels, right? The next kind of last stand for the bulls is around 27,000. We can't hold that area. There's nothing to stop us from going back down to 19,000. There's really nothing to stop us from doing that. And then eventually we want to kiss the 200 moving average. That's just the way it is. Once we start to get below the 50, then there's a tendency to want to go back to the 200 moving average, which is constantly moving up, right? So if we have a lot more sideways movement, hopefully that gives this 200 moving average more time to move up. I would say up to the $20,000, $19,000 to $20,000 level, our previous all-time high, which we need to confirm support. But it's still not over here, as we're still above this 50-week moving average. But on XRP, that is quite an interesting development because, like I said, now we have this cross, this golden cross, which is the 50-week crossing above the 200-week. Was this significant when the 50-day crossed the 200-day? Let's see. When did this happen? Okay. Happened over here, right? Our golden cross over here, XRP was about 29 cents. This is in August when we got this golden cross right here, right? The 50 moved above the 200 and we had price action also above the 50 and the 200. So if we bought here, that was 28 cents, right? See what happened over the coming months from August to April. So you're talking about within 8 months. Within 8 months, somewhere around 600 or 700% gains within 8 months. Okay, again, most mutual funds and those kinds of programs, what are you looking at? 10 to 15% per year if you're lucky. You'd have gotten 5 to 600% in 8 months on that move. That was from a golden cross on the daily. What's going to happen with this golden cross on the weekly, guys? Think about that for a second. This could be extremely significant. This could be extremely significant. Additionally, we're also, again, look left, we're bouncing off of this major area that was previous resistance. We're playing with this area between 65 cents and 60 cents, so to speak, this area. Previously, this wick took us down to 50 cents. So who knows? We might come back down here again. But again, all eyes on Bitcoin because XRP, just like most other top 10 coins, are just doing whatever Bitcoin is doing. So if Bitcoin continues to have another serious retracement, just note that all the other alts will follow, right? But these are great times to pick up XRP simply because XRP is one of the few coins, the few top 10 coins that did not get back to its previous all-time high of $3.24. It only got back halfway, pretty much, a little over halfway. So we know that XRP is due an explosion. It is due. I certainly believe it will get back there. So once again, these are kind of the accumulation zones again, because we've gotten above this major area that, we were held under for a while. So coming back under here, I don't personally think that XRP will spend a lot of time back under here. And as soon as the SEC case clears up, and it will clear up, and it will rule in XRP's favor, it's going to be, I believe it's going to be an explosion unlike anything we've seen in quite some time. It might be similar to kind of what Cardano did in terms of Cardano's insane run up. Look down here and you'll see in terms of the potential what can happen. 23 cents in just a matter of a few weeks. XRP went to $3.29. About a 14x move. So, that's, we're just talking about these ideas here. But that is what I'm seeing on an XRP BTC level. This definitely looks, this does not look bullish. Okay, this does not look bullish from an XRP versus BTC valuation, right? The 200 moving average here is the last stand. I mean, we can see this already looks like it's coming back down. Wants to come back down and retest this 1600, 1700 Satoshi level. If we break below here, then I can easily see us going back down to the 1000 level, which was a major area of consolidation, right? Major. We bottomed out around 600. But if you don't hold USD, if you keep everything in Bitcoin and you're looking for an opportunity to get more Bitcoin, okay, very important, because that's the ultimate objective as well for my XRP holdings in terms of, I want to get more Bitcoin. And I see XRP as an incredible trading opportunity. I mean, just being straight up. So this is a great opportunity to get more Bitcoin when XRP falls below, down in these areas. It normally does not stay there for long, and we normally have another parabolic rise versus BTC, right? So again, that's what we're looking at from an XRP BTC perspective. Let's keep an eye on this and see how this turns out. From an XRP USD perspective, this is also what we're looking at. So I'm letting you know my game plan. And like I said, all eyes on the king. It's all eyes on the king. Okay, guys? If you like the content, if you like this type of analysis, please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button. Leave a comment, and please remember that I would never contact you and ask you to send me money or to give you some kind of private number for investment advice. Don't ever do that. I have my websites where I sell my services. Other than that, do not fall for the scammers in the comments, guys. Okay, because they're doing this to all content creators right now. So just beware. Don't fall for it. Okay, take care, guys.